class. I hope you all are fine. Today is 4th January 2024 and the day is Thursday. And according to Islamic calendar, we have 21 Jamad Thani 1445 Hijri and the day is Yom Khamis. Today we will do the reading of the remaining part of unit number 18. Then we will do the comprehension. Now let's start with reading. Now we will start reading of the remaining part of the chapter. And for reading you must have your lead pencils with you. You must have to open page number 180. You must have your dictionary with you to find the meanings of the difficult words. Okay, and you all know that at the comma we have to take a small pause, and at full stop we will have to take long pause. Okay, in the previous lesson we have read that how many kinds of bees in the British Isles. We have more than 200 kinds of bees, and only 2 kinds are of bees that are social, that make honey, that live in the form of colonies. Then we have read that there are 3 kinds of bees in the hive, from honey bees, worker bee in the previous page, and from the next. Yes, these are worker bees, queen bees and drone bees, and we have read that what are the duties they have to perform separately. Okay, and today we will start from page number 180, second last paragraph. In this we will read about that the process of swarming and how it is beneficial or not beneficial for the beekeepers. Okay, now let's start. In the honey season, should the supers not be placed on the hive, and sometimes even when they are, the hive becomes overcrowded with bees, brood and honey, and it is at such times that the queen and several thousand of bees will leave the hive to find a new home. This is known as swarming. Yes. Is it clear that what is the process of swarming? When all bees leave the home to search a new home to live, because the hive become full of so many things, brood, honey and other things. Okay, but not all the bees live in the swarm, for several thousands are left behind together with plenty of food and brood and 1 or more queen cells. It is from one of these cells that a young queen will be born, and after she is mated will become the mother of a stock. As to the swarm, the bees fly round and round and finally settle in a huge cluster. There they will rest for a time, and if not collected by a beekeeper, they will fly off to make a new home in a hollow tree or in the roof of a house. Swarming is a great nuisance to the beekeeper and means a loss of honey to him, especially if he loses the swarm, for it means he has lost 30,000 or more bees. There are many methods of trying to prevent it, and the principle in them all is to prevent overcrowding in the hive. In most of them, the stocks have to be examined, and that is known as manipulation. Yes, the process of swarming is not very beneficial for beekeepers. So there are so many kinds, there are so many ways by using them a beekeeper can prevent swarming, and the principle of all is that he must have to prevent overcrowding in the hive. Okay, next paragraph. Most people think of bees as insects with a sting and forget that as the bee dies after stinging, she generally uses her sting as a weapon of defense. Everything depends upon the way in which they are handled. If the beekeeper is cool, calm and collected, does not make jerky movements, jerky means sudden movements, and if he walks with the bees when the weather is not wet, windy or thundery, the bees will not be inclined to sting. The beekeeper uses a thin veil made of black silk net to prevent an angry bee from stinging him. He will also have a chisel-like appliance called a hive tool to help him remove the combs and parts of the hive stuck down with propolis. Yes, chisel-like tool means a hand tool with a blade. It is a tool handmade tool with a sharp blade. Now in this paragraph they are talking about that how a beekeeper must have to remove honey from the honeycombs by avoiding the disturbing the bees. But his most important appliance is the smoker, consisting of a firebox and nozzle fixed to a pair of small bellows. What is the meaning of bellows? It is written at the bottom of the page, devices that produce air when its sides are pressed. In the firebox, he burns corrugated paper or old sacking. When the smoke from this smoldering material is puffed into the hive and bees become frightened, gorge themselves with honey and are less and tempered. Towards the end of the summer, the queen lays fewer eggs and the combs are filled with honey for use by the bees as winter food. Yes, at the end of the summer, the queen lays only fewer eggs, and they also preserve honey for their food. As the weather grows colder, the bees fly less. In the winter, they cluster quietly together on the combs containing food, and there they remain until the spring. Yes, from winter to spring, they remain in their combs and do not work as they work in summer. Although the real work of the honeybees is the pollination of flowers, their importance to the beekeeper is the production of honey. The amount one stalk will produce depends on the countryside, for bees have a flying range of about 2 miles, also upon the weather and the skill of the beekeeper. It may be a few pounds per hive or maybe is as much as 200 pounds. But in addition to the honey which is taken from them, the bees require some as food. After all, it is their honey. Yes, now the most important work, the most important duty that bees perform is the pollination. That from this we can understand, you can see that how truly the Allah said that He has subdued all things, He has subdued all creatures for the service of human, who is the superior of all creatures. Okay, now we have done our reading session. We will do the comprehension of this unit in the form of question answer on the board. Okay, we have question number 1. How many different kinds of bees are said to live in British Isles? Okay, we have read about this. Now find the answer and raise your hand to write on the board. Okay, yes, very right. There are more than 200 different kind of bees, different kinds of bees live in British Isles. Can anybody tell me the meaning of isles? Yes, very good. It means a land surrounded by water. Okay, note it down this question and its answer. Then we will do the second question. What is the second question? What important things do bees produce? What important things do bees produce? Yes, you have 2 minutes. Find its meaning and tell me. Raise your hand to come and write on the board. answer is honeybees produce two important things. That are, number one is honey for sweetening the things and wax. Read it aloud for me. Honeybees produce two important things. Number one is honey and the second is wax. Okay, note it down these answers. Okay class, let's move to the third question. Question number 3 is, what are two differences between bumblebees and honeybees? Find its answer and raise your hand to write on the board. Yes, its answer is two differences between them are honeybees are social. A is honeybees remain social the whole year round. It means that they live in colonies in the whole year. While bumblebees remain social, remain in the form of colonies only in the season of summer, only in summer. Yes. The first difference is honeybees remain social the whole year round, and while the bumblebees remain social only in summer. Now write the second difference between them. Honeybees produce and store honey while bumblebees do not store honey. Okay, over stand up and read it aloud for me. What are the two differences between bumblebees and honeybees? Yes, two differences between them are, first one is honeybees remain social the whole year round, while bumblebees remain social only in summer. And the second difference is that honeybees produce and store honey, while bumblebees do not store honey. Okay, quickly move to question number 4. We have question number 4. How long do worker bees live? We have read about the worker bees that they are the real machinery of the hive. So the question is that how long do worker bees live? Anybody knows its answer? Yes, very good. Its answer is that due to the burden of work during summer season, they live only for 6 weeks. There is little work during winter season, so they live for 6 months. You know how they perform duties and works inside the hive and outside the hive, how they secure the hive from the drones, from other factors. So due to the burden of work during summer season, they live only for 6 weeks, and there is a little work during winter season, so they live for 6 months. Okay, class, quickly note it down, then we will move to question number 6. Now we have question number 5. About it we have read yesterday. What is propolis and for what it is used? Anybody know its answer? Yes, propolis is a gummy substance bees collect from trees. It is collected from the trees, and for what? To cement the hive for the sake of its safety. Yes, propolis is a from trees to cement the hive for the sake of its safety. Quickly note it down these question answers on your notebooks. I am writing question number 6 and 7 and you have to do on your notebook by your own. It is your homework. Question number 6 is, can you imagine a world without bees? What would we miss from the world? I am erasing question number 5 for writing question number 7. I hope you have done on your notebooks. Okay, question number 6 is this and question number 7 is, what is swarming? That we have read today during reading. What is swarming? And what negative impact and what negative impact can it have on beekeeper? For your convenience, I am telling you that its answer is on page number 180. You must have to find the answer by your own and you have to write the answer of these two questions, question number 7 and 6 on your notebooks, and I will check your notebook later. Okay class, this is your English lesson for today. I hope you have understood all these things. If there is any confusion, please ask me. Okay, I think this is clear. Okay, this is all for you for today, and may you be safe and sound.